What up? My name is Alfonso Hecht, and in this video I'm going to show you how I built this roof in my trailer. Okay, we got to the point where we're going to put our roof. We're using 1/8 of an inch plywood. I'm going to put one full sheet and then like half of a sheet on this side. So let's go ahead and cut it. We're going to cut a notch. But this is the notch I'm talking about. 8 inches by 6 is our magic number. Now let's start the chopping. This is when the 2x4 comes in real handy because I don't have anywhere to cut, so I just put a 2x4 under and I'll just destroy that 2x4. So let's just drop our blade so it's not that deep. So now that we cut our side, now we have to put in the roof, which that's the tricky part because it's kind of a two-man job. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stack a lot of bins so I can like support one side. Look at that magic stack. So now I can slide it in and I can screw it in. I'm gonna have my screws, impact drill. Now we can get our tower down because we're gonna have to move it to the other side now. Yeehaw! I did all the cuts. Should just fit in. Instead of having just one gap in the middle, and I didn't want to do all those cuts, like 2 boards cut, like strip it, and I just like, it's harder for me because I don't have a table saw or something. So I just like did full sheet, half sheet. So now I have a little bit more than half sheet. So now I have 32 inches here. So now I'm gonna go and mark 32 inches from this side. There. That will give me 16 inches on center. So I will have 2 trim boards running around like that. I think like squares, like just kind of like trims. So it looks kind of like poppy, I guess. So. Yeah, oh come on. So I went ahead and did my marks just to make sure I'm gonna be spot on and not be just putting holes in the plywood where I'm not supposed to. I'm gonna have a dresser, let's say, up here, 18 inches out, which is this mark, so I can put a screw in here and I don't have to worry about putting trim. And this side is going to be a 12-inch only. So I need to put a screw inside the 12-inch mark. I'm using this leftover half-inch plywood that I have here, which it will work great. Before you guys say that I'm not safe using a table saw, maybe I'm not, but this is the way I do it. It's pretty simple. I have plenty of space to put my hand on the guide and put my thumb as close as the guide is at, so I'm as far away from the blade, and then I find it safe. That's how I've always done it. I don't use a little stick to shove the other one unless it starts getting real skinny, then I'll use something to push, but not this time. Okay, so we got all our trim pieces. They need to be sanded. Also, a good time for present my girlfriend Cass. She's gonna be helping me around doing some touch-ups, and she's gonna be sanding while I'm gone working. So let's go ahead and do that.
I don't think I should say anything because that's awkward.
Okay, we're back. All the pieces are sanded. Now let's go ahead and put all our trims in our roof. She's gonna help me a lot, which is gonna be pretty sick. So I know that reference line.
But it doesn't matter anyways because that's gonna run into the other one, isn't it?
No, I know, but the thing is, like, I want these ones so I know where to screw them when I'm screwing them.
Well, to mark it instead.
I know, I honestly don't have a pencil. 69 and 7/8. 42. So in this side, in order to put the trim in this side, I'm gonna route it out the cable so it can be flush in the cable. I don't have a router, so I'm gonna do it with multi-tool. 69 3/4. So these are the little notches I ended up doing for the cables. No trailer was like
Do you think you're being nice? You can go up there.
Grab this. So for this side, since I have the cables, honestly didn't record it, but I did this trim and the trim, so I just cut it, and hopefully that works. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and measure to make sure we have our two boards that we're gonna lay on first. They're like straight, so we're just gonna measure from each side. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. Apparently I ran out of storage yesterday and camera died, so now I need to put my cross ones right here.
So you're doing those ones shorter for the cabinets, but the other ones longer?
I've been dealing with the roof and it's been annoying, so I didn't have much videos, but I'm gonna do a trim for the AC. Instead of this cheap plastic trim, I'm gonna do one out of wood. So basically I'm gonna do the same as that, but another problem is my AC is not perfect center, it's an inch off. So I'm gonna do this side 4 inches and this side 3 inches so it matches with my trim. So let's go ahead and mark this, cut it, and then we'll recut it to make it perfect. So I'm gonna have 1 inch overhanging on each trim. I'll explain in a bit. So I'm basically gonna grab this existing trim. I'm gonna mark where it goes. Double check with my measurement. 17.5 by 22. So is this line? So now we have marked that, we're gonna cut our square and then we're gonna cut these with a jigsaw. So let's do that. So I need to make a hole for the jigsaw. Fits pretty good. So now it's ready to get installed. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy up to make sure we're in business where we want it. So now that we have that, put our trim over it and see what do we want to do. So this is what I'm talking about. In this side, I only have this much overhang. On this side, I have this overhang. So the thing is, I can cut here this one so it looks the same, and this trim have it a little smaller, which I think that is what I should do. But in the meantime, let's cut these two right here, flush. The problem is that I've honestly been changing my mind quite a bit in just how things are turning out, or like, oh, I don't like that, I'm better gonna change it to this or to that. And it's part of the thing, you know, you change plans. Perfect. If I should cut it here, I think it'll look better if I make the same gap. And you won't notice that much the trim difference, maybe not a little bit, but you have to really look. But if you look from the end of the trailer, you can definitely see this gap is bigger, you know? So I ended up doing the notch. I think it looks a lot better. Oh.
Okay guys, we're sanding. This is what we gotta do. We have to put this thing on. And then, I don't have ear things, so I'm wearing these. And, I don't know if we have safety glasses, so I'm wearing these. Wait. Great. I forgot to wipe it off. Okay, so everything is primed from yesterday. Now we have to paint the ceiling and this wall over here. So, starting early because it's gonna take all day. We're using paint called Linen. Benjamin Moore, I think. The ultra linen.
Now that the roof is all painted, it's time to put the AC on. Super stoked because honestly this trim out of wood ended up being a lot better than the plastic one. So we gotta go back and connect everything we have here and we're good. So there it is, it's all installed. It looks way better than just all plastic. I'm glad I did the wood trim. It was not too hard. So I'll show you guys how this looks from close up. I'm gonna turn it on soon. But first, I'm going to install a couple lights right here. Here and here. So these are the lights that we're installing. It's like this. So it comes super thin. And you can adjust the brightness and what type of lighting you want, either more warm or more like incandescent. So this is super chill. You just put this on the roof and this just kind of clamps on the roof, so we need to cut the holes. On my trim, I'm going at 12 inches on the edge and then right in the middle here, which is 13.5, so that gives us 6 3/4. And for the hole, since this is a 4-inch light, I bought myself a 4-inch hole saw in order to not damage our paint. I'm gonna go ahead and just put tape where I'm gonna cut the hole to prevent any paint chips. Go ahead and make sure that this is gonna cover. Okay, it does. So now let's just go ahead and drill the hole. Okay. So this is what we got from the roof. I still have this layer of insulation and I hope that my cables are like right there and I didn't nick them. So let me just grab my knife. So now with my knife, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this insulation. Spray foam insulation is over there. So our cables are right here. So we're supposed to have 2, but they're for totally different purposes. So I just gotta make sure that I'm grabbing the correct one. Just like that, we got another hole. So let's try and see if we find our cable. Oh, I felt it. So we got our cable here. This is lamp wire. So it's only 2. So this is not our cable that we want. This is the one that we want. So this is for my other light. I'm gonna pull it right here. This is how much cable I want here. So now my electricity is gonna come from this one right here. This one right here. So I need to mark it. Okay, I'm just gonna put a tape. I couldn't find my electrical tape. It's somewhere in my toolbox. So I'm just gonna put a little piece of painter's tape in the cable that is mine that I want for this. So this cable, what we wanna do is split this guy and then clean him. You can see which one is positive and which one is negative. So in order to connect this box, we open it, comes with the cables. I'm only connecting 2 cables. I'm not putting ground because I don't have 3 cables. I only run 2 for a lamp wire, which will be fine. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to pop one of these guys in order to put our cables in. Grab these guys and just hit it, and then it's good. We'll run our cables in. So in order to check polarity, since I'm connecting 2 in series, I do want to make sure I connect them the right way. So I'm gonna connect one to the live cable, the live cable, and then the other one to the neutral, which is this one to the neutral. And then that will be able to test which one I have the voltage on. Now that I did this, just make sure that our tips are not touching anything up here. So what we're gonna do is go ahead, and I just brought an extension, connect my generator, let's say. Oh, this is a 20 amp. So I'm gonna connect my generator instead. Also, to check polarity, I need a ground or another cable. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on to max 200 volts. I'm gonna go ahead and put my common, this black one, in the ground one. We make a circuit to create a circuit, and then go ahead and plug it into one. So this one is giving me 66, 69. This one is giving me 40. So the one that gives me more is the hot one. So it's the one that is live. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it with this. Mark this one as the hot one. Now that we know which one is which, I'm gonna go ahead and probably start on with a medium. I kind of like warm light, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the 2700. And then this is my junction box. So now we can connect. Black is the live wire, white is the common. So we'll just go turn our power off and connect our live. Make sure they're nice and tight. And then the other one to our white cable. Peel them again. And then connect these guys. Doesn't matter how you connect these ones because we're gonna have to check polarity in the other light now too. So we'll just connect them however you want, whichever side you want. And we'll be in business. So now that we have all this, we just shot our junction box. Make sure the settings are where we want them. And just slide all this in. Hopefully it fits. There's not much space for it, but wow. I got to figure that one out. So honestly, this was kind of tight. So I just ended up cutting the junction box. It just kind of like, you had the extra box. Where is it? You got this extra box just to kind of protect the cables. But I can just have them exposed up there. There's no cable showing. They're all like pretty good. So now it can fit. So let's go ahead and just push it in. You can see my connections here. So just kind of be careful with the cables. That's great. Now go ahead and connect our light. And this guy should just fit right in here. Perfect. That's great. So we need to go ahead and check polarity on this one too. So I'm gonna leave this extra cable just because it's good to have extra. Strip it. now we'll go ahead and turn it on. See which one is the live. We'll go ahead and turn it on. Let's see. 42 on this one. 68. So this left side is our live wire. Now that we put our tape on, we'll shut off the power, connect our black to our black, our white to our white, put our settings, and just push it back in place. I got a little bit more space in this one, I guess, because I went a little not as thick in the foam. Connect this guy. And boom. We are connected. Let's check this out. Can you see it a little bit more flush? But either way, so we got that one and this one. So if we go ahead, flip the electricity, they're on. So we have the lights installed, they're up here. So you can tell this one, and then the AC is running as well. It's pretty cool there, it's super nice. So this is how the roof is looking. Of course, cabinets are gonna go through here, and then they're gonna go through here as well. So then you just will see this trim area where it's gonna be the middle of the trailer. And then the bed with the struts, opens and closes really easy.